prompt. So prompt is used for optional input. So when input is not required regularly, when input is required very optionally, so here and there, and only plain just text like input is required, then better go with this. This is what actually we need to follow, prompt. That means you can pop up, their user can enter some message, then you can take that and use it. For that, this is okay. But if you want to handle complex interactions, then you can design your HTML form. And with HTML form, you can handle input in different ways. That means you can use your form input elements. You can use the form input elements. Form input elements, that means the elements that allow you to select value, type the value, manage the value. So you can use these input elements. Let's see how we can use the form input elements for managing the input. These all examples are already uploaded into the notes. Once go through them. For every example, for every concept, examples are already uploaded. In the notes I uploaded yesterday, you can go through that, all these examples, prompt example, console example, inner HTML, inner text, all examples are given there. You can go through them. Now let's design the form input, which is very regularly used option. So how to design a form? So let's see. For that, I will create a separate page now. I will create as some register.html. Now in this register HTML, so here I will create a simple document and title say form input, and I will link the Bootstrap sheet and href equal to node modules Bootstrap. Okay, and here I will go into the body section, and in the body section you can design your all input techniques and everything here now. So in the body section, so I'm keeping the script here. Script source is equal to node modules jQuery dist jQuery.js. You know these scripts are required for Bootstrap. Node modules bootstrap dist. So that is JS, Bootstrap bundle JS. And here we put class container fluid. And here we will keep a div. And class as margin top 4. And here we have a button. So class, so button, so class btn primary. Okay. And here I said add new product. Okay. Below that we have another div class. So now margin top, that is 3. And here we created a data list. So data term. So this is like first we will design the form like, so name and data definition, leave it empty. Another data term is price, data definition. Another data term is shipped to, and data definition, and stock and data definition. Here we will use the class as row, and here we have class as call to. All data terms will use the class called to, and all the data definitions will use the class called 10. It is using the class column 10. Okay. That's the class column 10. Okay, fine. This is the presentation that we have here. And actually, this is the simple bootstrap we are having. And when user can enter the detail, the class model is using some option like ID, like register. Okay. In this, we have the class model dialog, and we will have another div, the class as model content. Okay. And another div, so class as model header, and heading as add new product. And in the div, so where we have class model body, we will create a form here. So here we will create a data list. So with a data term, so name, data definition, input type is equal to text, ID as txt name, and class as form control. So that means you need a reference name for every control that you are adding in this. Another data term, price, and data definition, input type is equal to text, ID is txt price, and class is form control. And another data term, that is shipped to, and this is data definition. So we will have a select. Select have options like, so Delhi. So select have option like Hyderabad, like this. Now here we have class form select. Okay, so and below that we are using data term in stock. So in stock and data definition. So here we put class as form check and form switch, and let's create input type is equal to checkbox, and so you here you say yes, and class is form check input, and here the ID for the drop down is so shipped to. That means here I given the ID as shipped to, and here I given the ID as in stock. In stock, that is the ID of checkbox. This is in the body model, and we will have a class model footer. In model footer, we are displaying a button. So class, so btn primary, and I given as add. And we have another button, so class as btn and btn danger. So here we say cancel. Okay, add and cancel. Okay, now you have this in the header, model header. I'm giving a button as class btn close. Okay. So now generally this model have to pop up on the register add new product button click. So data bs toggle. it should toggle model and the data BS target. Target is register, hash register. And on the close button, data BS dismiss model, a model. And the same thing should happen on cancel also. For OK, for add button, we will write. So that means data BS dismiss model. I don't need to explain any of this logic that I have written currently now, because so this is what we learned all in HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap all these days, right? And now the form so looks like this. Now when I click add new product, it pops up this new product. Now here you can enter the name, you can enter the price, you can enter the shipped to in stock, and click on add. That will be this, that should be collecting the name. On add click, we should collect all these details and display here in the data list behind. So I close, I cancel, it will close. Now here I need to display the details that entered in the box. We can hide this, show this according to requirement that I will tell you initially how to collect the data from these form controls and display there on add click. So first, if you want to display in the data definitions, they should have an ID, LBL name, and this is an ID. ID is LBL price. This is LBL. This is an ID. So, okay. So we need these controls. We have to write that in model click. That means and so